There she is. Tomorrow morning's prize. About 10 till 7. You have to sign up to camp at the Birches, be one of 12 spots that are available there for thru hikers. You sign a list that's up here at this kiosk. And then take a picture of it. Look at that, the reflection of Mount Katahdin in the pond. Wow. So anyway, you sign up if you're one of the first 12, then you have a spot at the Birches. People waiting under the tarp. Morning. Hey guys, I don't know if you remember Guardian or not, but here Guardian is filling out his paperwork.
Hey.
Made it to Katahdin, didn't you?
Sure did. I can't believe it's here.
That's awesome.
It's right in front of us.
Yep, it's right here. Wasn't that a beautiful picture coming across the bridge back there?
Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And there's even in crossing the bridge, it was just amazing with the river down below. It was just, I'm gonna be crying up top. I know it for sure.
How are you feeling about your accomplishment?
Like just baffled, astonished, grateful, and just overall a better person.
Yeah.
It's like this has been the greatest thing I've ever done in my life, and I hope it inspires me and it inspires others to keep chasing after one's dreams.
Good deal.
Keep reaching for that good life.
It was a pleasant surprise seeing you walk down the trail. It's been
right back at
least
you.
6-7 weeks since I saw you last.
Yeah, right.
So I'll see you on top of Katahdin.
Awesome.
Won't be long. Be tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
All right. See ya.
My watch says 4 a.m. My mind says stay in bed, but my spirit says go ahead to another day, another day. And I've got mighty miles to make, and not a single one will go to waste.
All right, you guys, leaving the ranger station. Don is absent right now. He's in court, I guess, defending a friend or something along those lines. But he gave me the rundown yesterday, gave me the paperwork, and here we go. So up the trail we go.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Hi-ho.
Hi-ho.
It's off to Katahdin we go.
And we all go forth as we head due north. Hi-ho. Hi-ho.
Hi-ho, hi-ho. Okay, guys. Here's the beginning of my 10-mile hike up to Birches Campground. Like pretty much everything else in this hike, I think it's just supposed to be a learning lesson for me. That you can worry and worry and worry about things, but things are going to work out the way things are going to work out. And my belief is that Jesus provides what I need to be successful. So this is another example of that. Well, all along the way, right? The whites, the presidentials, I worried about them for months, what they would be like. And then you hear all of the stories that southbounders tell you, and what they call it, fear-mongering. And then got through the whites and the presidentials, and then it was Mahoosuc Notch. What's Mahoosuc Notch going to be like? What's Mahoosuc Arm going to be like? You worry about that. You worry. It wasn't bad. Actually enjoyed Mahoosuc Notch. Well, Mahoosuc Arm. That's a different story. It's just a lot of work going up that mountain. Then the next worry is you worry about how to finish up. What's the process? A few days ago I told you that I'm just frustrated because I don't understand the process. And the process is what I just did there. Basically, you get to the kiosk coming into Baxter State Park. You sign the log, the register, and hope that you're one of the first 12 hikers to sign so that you have a spot at the Birches Campground. And the Birches Campground is basically the beginning of the summit hike to Katahdin. And there's a ranger station there. You check in with the ranger. You can leave your pack and pick up a day pack, or do like I'm going to do. I'm going to unload my pack to make it a day pack. That way I have my pack and everything where it's needed. And then you summit Katahdin. Come back and pick your stuff up. The worry is, what if there isn't a spot in the Birches? Well, partially because it's so late in the season, obviously. Because it would have been different back in the bubble. But I was number 4 on the list. And it wasn't anything to worry about. So just enjoy the next 2 days, Tom. Enjoy the beauty. Enjoy God's creation. Enjoy knowing that you've met people along the way that have changed your life. And they have. So many great people that I met on this trail. It is the highlight of my trip. This is the people that I've met. All right, let's see what we got here. Able Bridge, that's back that way. Blueberry Ledges Trail, point 2, Able Pond, Katahdin Stream Campground. And so I want to go to the left here. Let's see if there's a white blaze. I think that's the Blueberry Trail. That's the Blue Blaze. And then this is the AT. And of course I'm taking the AT, not the Blue Blaze. I'm told that it's a, there it is, White Blaze. I'm told that this is a pretty flat, level hike. When I looked at the elevation, it does a lot like the last couple of days, kind of a gentle uphill rise. On up to the Birches. Well, I will keep sharing the sights along the way as I make my way to the Birches. This is one thing that the fast hikers missed, is fall colors at the end of their hike. Obviously you're messing around with Mother Nature, but check it out. Absolutely stunning. I've probably mentioned it, but the bugs have come back out. Let's see what this is. Some pond trail, not where I'm going. the bugs have come back out because the temperatures have gotten so warm. I think it was 80 degrees yesterday. It has been warm for 3 or 4 days. So I guess it's the no-see-ums. I don't think that they're mosquitoes. All I know is something bit me up a couple nights ago at one of the ponds, probably both of the ponds that I camped at, especially at Rainbow Spring Pond. And I didn't see them and they bit me up. So I'm going to call that a no-see-um. Anyway, they're back. Initially, I was thinking of not bringing my tent up to the Birches to cut the weight down. But then I reconsidered that and included it because if these bugs are bad, like I'm expecting that they will be because they have been, then the safety of my tent is a nice luxury. So I will be able to get in, zip it up, and be in my favorite happy spot. Inside of my tent, horizontal, and away from the bugs in this case. I don't know if you can see, you can't see it, but these little guys are flying around. Anyway, they're in the trail, so they are enjoying the fact that there's an Indian summer here, and they're looking for fresh hiker meat. And I move slow so they can keep up with me, so gotta keep going. Okay, good morning again. Good morning. So still heading northbound on the Appalachian Trail and heading up through the woods here. And a gentleman that was at the kiosk when I walked up was enjoying his trip to the Birches. And here I am doing the same thing I usually do, which is crank it out. I'm not sure what the rush is. I have 10 miles to cover today. No matter what time I get there, I can't go any further till tomorrow. Well, I could, but I won't. Anyway, nice to run into him again. I like your hat.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I like yours.
The white blaze hat. Well, a few people have said that, and I appreciate it. Tunnel to Towers Foundation. So what's your trail name?
I'm Poles.
Okay, Poles. How'd you get the trail name, Poles?
I didn't have a pair of poles, and I was running down Sassafras Gap back in Georgia, and a shuttle driver named Ribeye was there, and he gave me the trail name Poles.
Okay, there you go. And it stuck, and you've had it ever since.
Yep.
Gentleman's from Ohio, so another person from Ohio, Buckeye.
Yes, sir.
OH.
IO.
Okay, whew, that's a close one. So when did you start?
I started March 14th.
Wow, okay. Yep, I started February 27th.
Right on.
Yep. So what are some of the memorable things that stick out as far as the trail goes, or what have you gotten out of it, or what would you like to share?
Just the people I've met. It's an amazing group of people, all with a similar goal of just trying to hike north to Katahdin. And I mean, it's truly a wonderful experience. I mean, I've met a lot of great people who I think are going to be friends for probably the rest of my life.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's just a totally unique and a wonderful experience. I'd highly recommend it to anybody wanting to hike.
Yeah. What animals have you seen?
Moose, bear, a lot of squirrels, a lot of deer, porcupine.
Oh, I wanted to see one of those.
Rabbits. I guess that's pretty much about it.
Some snakes?
Oh, yeah,
Rattlesnakes
snakes.
in Pennsylvania, New Jersey?
I saw one rattlesnake and one copperhead.
Okay. Well, your experience is similar to mine. Well, one thing you didn't mention, I mean, the hiking is tough, really tough. I mean, it's work every day. But my biggest takeaway from the trail are the great people that I've met. So I'm fortunate to have run into you today, and looks like we'll be going up Katahdin together tomorrow.
Right on.
So everybody's faster than I am. I hope somebody's left there to take a picture of me when I get there. I'll see you up the trail.
See you up
Thanks
the trail.
a lot.
No problem.
water bug dance. Water's so clear. Really is no reason to be in a rush today, is there? My ferns are fading like another hiking season in the books, only to begin again next year. The ferns with renewed life, the hiking season with the class of 2026. Kind of cool to have done my through hike on the 100-year anniversary of the Appalachian Trail, which is reflected in the bag tag that is being used this year. And I do have one. I don't remember if I shared a picture of it in an earlier video or not. But I did not get one down at Springer Mountain at the Visitor Center. They were not being handed out yet. I did get one in Damascus at the ATC office. And if I remember right, I was number 131 in Damascus. One of the beautiful aspects of the trail over the last 3 or 4 days is that it has followed rivers and lakes. And I guess that's part of why it is so gently sloped on those days, because it's following the stream. Another beautiful day. Tomorrow's forecast is also supposed to be beautiful. Maybe with a rain chance after 5 p.m. But then evidently a front comes through or something, because it's supposed to be on the following day. So today is Monday. Tomorrow is Summit Day on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I think it's supposed to be a high of 49 and a low of 31. So pretty significantly different than the last 3 or 4 days, today and tomorrow, where at these lower elevations, the temperatures are supposed to be in the mid to upper 70s, close to 80. Another thing that I'm thinking about as I walk this trail today between Abel Bridge and the Birches is that back in 2019, my good friend Halo, who through hiked in that year, which I surprised on the trail up here in Maine, that I'm going to be crossing the road where I surprised him. I think it might be Diocese Road, possibly just shy of the Birches. But I coordinated with Halo's wife to know when he was going to be popping out at this road crossing within a couple hours. And I went up and waited for him to come out of the woods. Found the AT. I had a rain jacket on, so I put the hood up, put my sunglasses on, my ball cap, and held my cell phone against my chest after I saw his head pop up on the other side of the road. Now, you have to realize that when I last saw Halo, he was a clean-cut, clean-shaven employee of the Sherwin-Williams Paint Company that I worked with. And when I saw him pop out on the other side of the road, this big, massive white beard, it just didn't look like him. But anyway, I saw him coming, and I started my phone videoing, held it up against my chest, pointing forward. And as he passed me, I timed it to where I was right in the middle of the road. And I said, "Hey." And he said, "Hi," as we passed, just greeting one another. He did not recognize me. And then after he passed me, I flipped my rain hood down, took my sunglasses off, and said, "Hey, are you Halo?" And he turned around and said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I am." And then he recognized me, and it was a blast to do that. So this is the hike that he hiked that day when I surprised him. And then in 2019 with Halo, we went from, I guess, the Birches Campground into Millinocket, where Halo's wife and some good friends had gathered to celebrate his hike. And then 2 days later, I went up back to the Birches and summited Mount Katahdin with Halo, RG, and Q. Two great friends of his now that he met on the trail, and they covered the majority of the trail. I think they met either in Georgia or North Carolina and stayed together all the way to Mount Katahdin. And I summited with the three of them, which was extra special to share that with Halo. But that's where I got my trail name Creek. How did I get the trail name Creek? Well, I asked them to give me the trail name before I started. And the way they came up with that is that down by the Birches at the beginning of the hunt trail going up to the top of Mount Katahdin, they were walking along real slow and careful with their trekking poles and stepping on the rocks. And the way I remember it, I thought, oh my goodness, these guys are going so slow, we'll never get there. Probably wasn't quite like that. But so I saw a narrow spot in the stream and a boulder on the other side of Katahdin Stream. And I thought, I'm going to jump across Katahdin Stream. I'm going to land on that boulder like Spider-Man. I'm going to get in front of these slow through hikers. I jumped. I almost stuck the landing. Almost is a key word. I started to fall backwards. I didn't fall all the way in, but I did stick my right foot in Katahdin Stream in order to keep from falling in. So these fine gentlemen and friends of mine gave me the trail name Creek. And that's how it happened. So I've told people all along the trail this year when they ask about trail name and they say, well, we don't have one. I said, well, all you have to do is something stupid and you'll get a trail name. And there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. As I make my way along this path this morning, I'm thinking about all the people that I met on the trail this year. It was so nice to meet all of these people that had such a influence on my adventure and just the experience that I had. I mean, Halo really kind of started it all back in 2019, which hiking the Appalachian Trail was a lifelong goal of his, something that he thought of most of his adult life. But then I think about the people that I watched videos of last year to help me prepare. Brian, who is Stick the Eagle, Captain Jack, Roadrunner, her YouTube channel's Hiking Dancer, Andrew, his YouTube channel's Metro on the Move, Sam, or Toasty Toes, who I met just recently. His YouTube channel's Wandering with Sam. Chase Life. I met Buzz on the trail. Buzz and Chase. I hiked last year and then finished up part of the trail this year that they were unable to do last year because of the hurricane damage. But I think about individual people that I met on the trail this year. I'm not going to mention all of those because I'll forget someone and then I'll feel bad. But you see them in my videos throughout the whole thing, and that's my two takeaways from the trail. Well, the top two that I can think of right now is, number one, all the good things that happened in my life are not because I made them happen. It's because of the grace and goodness of my Lord in heaven, Jesus Christ. I could not have done this without my Lord's strength and courage. Definitely could not have done this without the love and support of my wife, my boys, my entire family, brothers and sisters that have cheered me on, that have supported me in so many ways, watching my videos, commenting on everyone to help me spread the word. All of my brothers and sisters supported me. My wife's unending support was just amazing. She dealt with so much the basically 7 months that I've been out here walking north on the trail, handled everything at home. She sacrificed so much to make this happen. So that I'm thankful for. And what has been said over and over again by so many people that I've met on the trail is true in my heart, and that is, it's not the hiking. It's not hiking the Appalachian Trail. It's all of those people that I've met along the way. And so many of them have been connected to Tunnel to Towers Foundation, firemen, policemen, airline employees, folks that are impacted heavily by 9/11 through loss or knowing someone that died in the towers or had an illness because of work done in the construction zone and recovery zone afterwards. So it's those people on the trail that are the true treasure for me. The other hikers, and what Poles said this morning, you've heard me say it before, and that is, on the trail, everybody has the same goal, and that is to make it to their destination. Now, the majority of us are going northbound from Springer Mountain to Mount Katahdin in Maine, but so many backgrounds, cultures, beliefs, but on the trail, we all become one with one common goal, and that is to get to Mount Katahdin or get to the end of the hike. And everyone is willing to do whatever they need to do to help you along the way. Trail angels extraordinaire. White Blaze. The other thing that weighs a bit heavy on my heart this morning as I make these final miles to my summit day is just the I guess the loss of gray sun and tree squirrel as hiking partners over the last month and a half. Enjoyed so many great hiking days with both gray sun and tree squirrel. And tree squirrel was so close, so close. She started all the way down in Georgia and got within a short distance of Mount Katahdin, and unfortunately sustained a hip injury which ended her hike, which she let me know that yesterday, that while I was in the 100-mile wilderness, that she had gone home. Her brother, one of her great brothers, had come to pick her up and take her back to meet her husband halfway and get her back to Ohio. So anyway, I'm thinking about tree squirrel and gray sun, the other two founding members of what we affectionately called the Medicare gang. And now there's only one standing, but I'm hoping to represent the Medicare gang on this final 2-day hike to the summit of Mount Katahdin and represent our group proudly. But tree squirrel and gray sun, please know that you are sorely missed in my hike today, and I'll be thinking about you tomorrow as I make my way to the summit of Mount Katahdin. God bless you guys.
The sun dips low on this ridgeline trail. Feet worn thin, but my heart won't fail. I hear the wind call through the pines, whispering names of friends I've left behind. Step by step, I've carried their love through valleys deep and skies above. Old friends, new friends, they've all shown I'm never alone on the last mile home. We shared campfires under a starlit dome, laughed at the rain, felt the ache in our bones. Some drifted off their paths, their own, but their voices still echo in this mountain stone. Each peak I've climbed, each stream I've crossed, every mile gained was never lost. Step by step, I've carried their love through valleys deep and skies above. Old friends, new friends, they've all shown I'm never alone on the last mile home. I see their faces in the morning mist, every handshake, every hug, every moment I've missed. The trail gave me more than a view to hold. It gave me a family worth more than gold.
Afternoon. Hi. Hey, are you Halo?
I am. What, Tom Little? What are you doing, bro? Oh my God. What are you doing, man? Look at you. What a surprise.
Hi,
That was slick.
I'm Tom Little.
A bump, fist
Okay.
bump. There you go. It's
All
nice
right.
to meet you.
Oh my goodness.
That was slick.
There he is, Halo. I found him.
You were videoing that whole thing.
I got you, man.
Did you know that was me?
2,185 miles, and I run into you in Maine.
That's amazing, man. Look at you, man. Oh.
I think we're in there somewhere.
Man, what a surprise.